So another exciting week. What? Guys, so this week is actually so exciting. So I've got so much planned. So it's actually going to be something interesting. I'm going to have something interesting to actually record and show you all. Last week I was getting like a little bit in my own head, but this week is a fresh week. I feel so much better. I think last week I was getting in my own head, especially on my rest days, because rest day food was low. So I was just like, not okay. However, we've had a few days of good training. Today we trained legs and had a great session. So I feel like me again. So that's really, really good. You got to take the small wins and really focus on the small wins instead of the lows, because you're always going to get the highs. I mean, no, you're always going to get the lows. So you've got to really focus on the highs, especially when they get a little bit rare when you're in prep. This week, I'm just sort of like, there's so much exciting things happening. So it's actually getting me excited. And, you know, if I do feel like shit, I don't mind too much because I've got plans, I've got stuff to look forward to. I think it's really important to have stuff to look forward to because it takes your mind off when you're feeling a little bit down. You know, you've got however many days to do whatever. So tomorrow I actually have my bikini fitting. I am so excited. I feel like tomorrow it'll actually finally hit me and make it all real. I'm going to Black Ice, and ever since I knew I wanted to compete, I knew I wanted a bikini from Black Ice because they just look stunning. Like, oh my god, and I can't believe I'm actually going there to get my bikini. Let me tell you, I'm gonna have to sell some organs online on the black market to afford those bikinis. However, I do not care because, you know, this is my first prep. I want to make it count. I want to have the whole experience of, you know, going for a fitting, going to the shop, you know, so it's really, really exciting. So I feel like all my dreams are coming true now, and, you know, we're about halfway and I've got my bikini fitting, you know, things are starting to feel real. So we've got that tomorrow. Then at the weekend, I'm actually going to Bassfest in Sheffield. So I'm going to a festival on prep, which is a little bit scary, but it just means I can get my steps in while listening to some good music with good friends, hopefully in the sun, so I can get a tan. So just trying to make this prep, you know, enjoyable instead of trying to just like be like written off 24/7. I want to, you know, live my life as I normally would whilst being on prep. Obviously I won't be able to enjoy like food. I'm not going to be drinking and anything like that, but I can still go and enjoy the music. And because it's in Sheffield, you guessed it, I'm going to Ultraflex. So I'm really, really excited for that. I just thought I'd make a weekend out of it because the festival is Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to train, going to go down on the Monday morning and train legs, Ultraflex. Then I'm going to get ready and go to the festival. We booked an Airbnb, so I'll be staying there. And then on Sunday, I'll be going to Ultraflex again to do my cardio. Even though it's a rest day, I'll be posing. I'll use the posing room and stuff like that. And then I might train on the Monday, depending on how I'm feeling. So it's also exciting this week. I'm genuinely like feeling so much better. We had a great leg session today. So like I said, you just gotta like take the wins and really, really hold on to them. So I'm excited. As always, I'll update you on what's going on with my check-in. So got my check-in back, and Luke, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I got my check-in back and I was like, I think Luke hates me. Or he must have just got on the wrong side of the bed this morning, because damn, those changes were crazy. Because every change he's done on my check-in has been quite minimal. So I've been like, it's not really been that noticeable. However, he sends you my check-in, steps up to 17,500 from 15,000. Nice one, Luke. And rest day food is now 100 grams of carbs. Oh. Training day food is 200, so training day is fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. Rest day food, I'm gonna be in the trenches. Hashtag in the trenches. Pray for me. However, I have been lower before. My lowest has been around the 1200 calorie mark, or 1100. I'm not sure, but I've been lower, so I know I can do it. It's fine. And, you know, we're like halfway now. I can do, if I've got this far, I can do another like 9, 10, whatever weeks. So not long left and it will fly by. But yeah, I think Luke's main objective is, because I'm going away in 2 weeks, we really want to make sure I'm ready just in case of any fluctuations. Obviously I won't be eating off plan on holiday or anything, but you know, when you when you fly, you can hold a lot of water, apparently. I've never flown while I've been dieting, because when I'm going on holiday, I will eat. Let me tell you, I will eat. So this holiday, obviously, it's not ideal, but it's just to see family. So I'm just going to try and look at it like I'll go and try new gyms, get some steps in on the beach, get a bit of a tan, try and de-stress, not be working. Obviously, I'll be on my laptop doing online stuff, but I won't be like PTing and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll start putting all the updates on the screen somewhere here so you guys can see, because sometimes I'll maybe like miss, but you can see like my expenditure, my macros, stuff like that. But another exciting thing today, we hit a new low. So last week I was around the 66s, lost about a kilo, woke up today at 65.7. So I'm withering away, let me tell you. I am slowly fading away. So I'll put my like starting weight somewhere in the video, my end weight towards the latter end of the video. But loads to document this week's, which is really, really exciting. Going on an adventure. No, stay there. So you will have seen that I went to get my bikini fitting, and it was genuinely like the most surreal experience I've ever, like, it just made everything feel so real, and I was just speechless. Like it made all the tough days like on the Stairmaster doing the steps, it all made it feel so worth it, because I was like, wow, like I've got not long left and I get to choose like my bikini. I got two, by the way, so I'm really, really happy. She talked me through everything. I'm such an indecisive person as well, so the fact that like I actually made a decision within an hour for two bikinis, I was like, wow, I'm so proud of you. So that was just insane. So I go and collect them early September and try them on, make sure everything fits, and I'm just so excited. I'm going to train legs today at Ultraflex. So I currently have my pre-workout drink. It's a 2-hour drive, so it's not too far. But I've packed all my bags. I've got everything ready. Got all my food prepped, which you will see. So I'll prep my food for today and tomorrow, because I'm going to be a busy gal. And then got all my shit together. Honestly, I'm going for 1 night and 2 days. You would have thought from my car I'm going for like 2 weeks, because I have overpacked. But I'd rather be safe than sorry and be prepared. So about to head to Ultraflex, so I'll see you guys there. Okay guys, I thought I'd give you a voiceover to my session instead of music, just to make it a little bit interesting, but also because there was absolutely no chance I was recording a YouTube with a mic, talking to a camera in Ultraflex, when you've literally got IFBB pros walking around like Meg and Cuba, and then this skinny little fuck walks in like think a tune's the place. Absolutely not. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a bit of a voiceover. Obviously, starting every glute session as always with a hip abduction machine. Now you can see here in Ultraflex they literally had a glute corner upstairs, and I was absolutely in my element. They had like 2 or 3 hip abduction machines, so I was literally lost for choice. So I was very, very happy with that. Honestly, anywhere I go, if there's a glute corner, you know where to find me. Then we move on to hip thrusts. So like I said, when there's a glute corner, I will always be there. Like I've got everything I need in that little corner, so I was a happy girl. So you can see here I'm just getting into the machine. This is the Beauty Builder. Love it, because I don't have to faff around with loading it with plates and faffing around, because this girl has no energy right now. So the last thing I want to be doing is putting plates on, taking them off, because let me tell you, that is a whole workout in itself that I cannot be bothered with. So started with the booty builder, and it's also just nice to try new machines, go into different places, because obviously we have the Nautilus glute drive machine in the gym I'm at anyway, so I'd rather just try a new machine because I ain't driving 2 hours to just use the same equipment I have in my gym. So yeah, moving on to the booty builder. I put my hoodie underneath the pad as well, because like now body fat's a little bit lower. I do not have the padding that I used to on my hips, and these hips are bony, so I just protect my hips with my jacket, so I'm not bruising myself. And I'd rather, you know, protect myself, protect my hips, and have a little bit more cushioning and be able to like get those last few reps, because the last thing you want is to be doing your set and then stop your set halfway because you're in so much pain. Obviously you can see by my face here, I absolutely was in a bit of agony. And also, by the way, let me tell you, Ultraflex is sweat box, so I was literally dripping by the second exercise in. So I mean, it's always a good sign, to be fair. And it was a good idea that they put the leg press by the door that was wide open, because I was getting a nice breeze, but let me tell you, I was sweating. Anyway, moving on to this single leg hip press now. Oh my god, guys, I literally fell in love with this machine. Oh my god, it was just so smooth. The depth you can get on this, like, you can't move the seat, but you can't move the seat, but it's more like you can, oh my god, what am I trying to say? You can recline it back rather than move the seat forward, if that makes sense. So the depth you can get on this was absolutely unreal. And obviously you can see you can load it in 2 different places. Now my little brain can't comprehend where to load the plate, so I just thought I'd play it safe and put it on the lower one for now. I think that's 4 plates aside. And I was actually quite impressed with that. Obviously though, whenever I go to Ultraflex, I feel like those plates are lighter than 20 kg. I'm not being funny. I feel like they're deliberately lighter just because everyone in there likes to stack on some plates and look like they're lifting more weight than they are. But those plates ain't 20 kg plates. But if they are, then I'm happy, because that was 80 kg aside, the single leg. So was quite impressed with that. I think I underestimated it, because I got like 12 reps on my top set and it should have been like 8. So I was a happy gal, but absolutely love that equipment. Really, really need that in the gym I'm at, because oh my god. Then obviously always a staple on glute day. Moving on to dumbbell RDLs. Now I've been literally trying to hold on for dear life to the 45s. I mean, obviously here you can see they're 44 kilograms, because they go up in 2s. I was not happy, and I was like, I'd rather get a few more reps and go for 44s and undershoot it than aim for the 46s and completely embarrass myself in Ultraflex and get like 2 reps. So played it safe and did the 44s, and to be fair, these went quite well. Don't get me wrong, like, everything's starting to feel heavy from the first rep, but that doesn't mean you should be a little bitch and just put the weight down. You still gotta send it. And even though it felt heavy, I still managed to get like, I think it was 8 reps here, not too sure. And you can see glute tie-in is starting to come in a little bit. Like, I myself tend to hold like a lot of body fat on my legs, as most women do, but now we're getting a little bit leaner. We're 11 weeks in, things are starting to come through, but give me a few more weeks and these will be nice and crispy. So yeah, you can see that I was literally like, that was it. I was not going for any more. The thing with RDLs is, like, as soon as you start to feel your lower back go, I would just call it a day. There was no point in overdoing it and doing your lower back in, because it's just going to affect the rest of your session, and, you know, you still want to have a bit of energy to, you know, complete the whole session. So then I moved on to this weird kickback machine. I'm not being funny. I had a bit of a play around with it, and you can see I'm trying to like wiggle my feet to get like the right position, but I'm not gonna lie, didn't really like it. But you know, we go to these new gyms to try new kit, and it's good to just see what I like, see what I don't like. But I don't even know if I was doing this right, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could feel it on my glutes, don't get me wrong. I couldn't really get loads of range of motion on a kickback machine. Anyway, obviously it's hardest in the
shorten position, so that's when you're squeezing at the top. So it doesn't really matter, because if I'm not getting full range of motion, because as you start to bend your leg a little bit more, I start to feel it in my quads. So this was pretty much all glute, which I was happy with. However, it was just a really awkward position. The pad was digging into my hip. Really, really didn't like it. The one I tried at EP was actually a lot nicer, because the whole machine sort of moved with your body, whereas this is a fixed position. And I just felt really like trapped, and just didn't really like it, didn't connect well with it. But like I said, it's always good to like try new things and see what I like and see what I don't like, because if I ever go back, I'll know that I won't do that machine, and I'll do a different machine and try a little bit. But like I've said in my previous videos, I would always rather go for a cable kickback, just because you've got a little bit more freedom and flexibility to have a bit of a play around, and make the exercise a little bit more catered to what you connect better with and feel most comfortable with. So finishing the session with another glute staple is hyperextensions. Now again, this machine felt a little bit weird. Don't know if it was because the pad was too high or too low, or because obviously now I'm a little bit leaner, everything just keeps digging into my hips. So probably could have put like a pad to protect my hips. But it was the end of the session. I was very tired and I was a sweaty mess. So to be honest, at this point, I just wanted to get out. I had a 2-hour drive home. I just wanted to eat, and obviously after, I just wanted to use the posing room too. So yeah, these are okay. I mean, it's just a hyperextension machine at the end of the day. It's nothing fancy. But just wanted to finish the session with getting a good glute pump. I do like using the 2 dumbbells with these as well, because it means I'm not like faffing around getting like a 50 kg dumbbell in one hand. It means I can, go a little bit lighter, but using 2 dumbbells instead of killing my lower back and trying to waddle a 50 kg dumbbell to the hyperextension machine, when literally it's like the other end of the room where the dumbbells are. That's the thing with Ultraflex, it's friggin' massive. So if you've got like one machine at the other end and you've got to move dumbbells to it, you're there for ages. So yeah, finishing nice and strong with these. This is not in slow motion, by the way. That was like my last rep. But I was pretty fucked by the end of it, as you can see. Lovely little hair flick and an extremely graceful dismount by yours truly. So now you'll see I'm going to the posing room. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet, because this video's probably gotten far too long now, and I just love to waffle. I mean, you can tell I don't leave the house much or socialise, because I can just waffle to a camera till the cows come home, because there's so much to talk about. And obviously now the weeks progress,
as I get deeper into prep, there's a bit more to like document, a bit more changes visually, mentally, checking wise. But I obviously don't want to go off on a tangent because I could talk for England, but it's been a really good week this week, to be honest. Very exciting, you know, had my bikini fitting, went to Ultraflex, went to a festival, and it was kind of nice to just like do something other than just train cardio. And like, obviously, don't get me wrong, I did all those things, but like when I've dieted in the past, I've isolated myself so much, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't go to a festival. I can't see friends. I can't go out because I've just been so focused on like my diet and the goal. And you can do normal things. Like, I'm still ticking all the boxes. I'm still, you know, staying on plan. I'm still doing everything I need to do, but you can go and enjoy yourself as well. Like, you can go to a festival, it means you can get your steps in while you're seeing your favourite artist. You don't need to drink, you don't need to eat the food there. Like, I smuggled a protein bar in to my festival. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're not meant to do that. Like, I got pulled by the dogs. I think it was because I was eating prawns on the way there. So the dogs must have smelt me and been like, this gal seems fishy. So then I got pulled by the dogs, and this woman so I had the protein bar like under the seam in my bag, so I deliberately hid it. The woman like saw it, took it out, looked at me, and just like gave me a weird look and then just put it back in. I was like, my gal, God bless you. So we smuggled that in, but honestly, it got to like, we got there about 3 and it got to about 8 p.m. and I was like, my lower back is gone, I'm out. Because obviously I had a 2-hour drive back home. And by that point, obviously 100 grams of carb on a rest day when you're going to a festival and doing like millions of steps, it does eventually take its toll. And obviously the only drinks there that I could drink was Diet Coke, because they didn't have sugar-free energy drinks, and you're not really gonna get energized off water. So yeah, I'm glad I went. I am really, really glad I went, but I couldn't have done it till 10, or like it was until 12 p.m. till 10, and I was like, no chance. But like I said, I really, really am glad I'm like doing stuff, because obviously I've spoke about this a lot. Bodybuilding can be lonely, but if you put yourself out there and do fun things, you can make it really enjoyable, and you don't have to let this like diet prep consume you. I've definitely done that in the past and been my own worst enemy and made it really, really boring and not enjoyable. Don't know why my camera's like tweaking. Why is it tweaking? Anyway, yeah, this week prep's definitely felt real, just in terms of like the whole bikini fitting. Like, I'm gonna have to go and pick it up soon, pick my colours, and I haven't really, like I've spoken about this before, I haven't really thought about show day, because I'm trying not to think about it, because I will stress myself out, because I'm going to be like, oh my god, there's going to be loads of people there, it's going to be busy, what if I mess up, what if I'm blah 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 blah. If you think about that, you're not going to enjoy the journey. I'm just taking it day by day, and as I've done that, it's just gone so much quicker. I don't know, it's just like, this is the end of week 11 and that's over halfway, and I'm just like, wow, I blinked and it's over halfway. It's crazy, and it's kind of good, because when it does get hard, you don't want it to drag, you want it to kind of like go fast, so you don't like dwell on the negatives, because you know, even when you start to feel shit, you got to realize it's not forever, it's just a short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. So very, very grateful for this week. It's been a very exciting week, and yeah, it's just makes me appreciate, you know, that I'm able to do this. I can, you know, travel to different gyms. I can afford to buy like a bikini, because they are really expensive, you know, and I'm just very, very grateful. So I'm gonna stop tweaking this camera. You will see my check-in in a different lighting, a different area, because obviously I did my check-in in Ultraflex and used the anabolic posing room, which everyone like always posts on Instagram. So finally used it, and it was unreal. Makes you look like 10 times bigger in those lights. Honestly, I looked at myself and I was like, wow, I actually look big. Left the room into normal light and I was like, oh no, still skinny. I love that. Excited to smash next week. Excited to see the new changes. Obviously now everything's starting to come in, so it is more exciting now. There's more things to do. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Love ya.